As the race for the Maryland JUCO Championship begins to heat up, we've got a battle between two of the serious contenders on tap today. Montgomery College and Dundalk are both off to a terrific start this season, and today's matchup is a pivotal one that will help shape the race to the crown. NJCAA Women's College Basketball on MCTV, starting now. From the Rockville campus of Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland, Montgomery College Television presents NJCAA Women's College Basketball, with the Montgomery College Raptors taking on the Lions from CCBC-Dundalk. Hi everybody, I'm Michael Brown, and it is my pleasure to welcome in my partner for today's game, Marcus Rosano. Marcus, great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Michael. It's good to be here. It's good to be at Montgomery College, Rockville. I'm excited to be on MCTV today, and I'm excited to be sitting alongside the voice of Montgomery College athletics, Michael Brown, and I'm excited to watch a big-time junior college basketball game today.
Boy, that's for sure. Like we said at the top, Marcus, today's game is a battle between two of the serious contenders for the Maryland JUCO Championship. Both teams started off great this year. Montgomery College is 9-2, and they're currently ranked number 6 in the NJCAA National Division III poll. But you could say that Dundalk has trumped them a little bit. Dundalk is 10-2, and both of these teams are right at the top of the Maryland JUCO rankings. They're bunched together with two other schools. But you know what I'm really going to be interested in looking at today is the contrast between these two teams, because both these teams have excelled and gotten where they are by playing vastly different types of offense and defense.
They certainly have. Montgomery College is loaded with athletes. They have track stars up and down the roster, literally. They want to get up and down the court. They want to turn the ball over and get out in transition. They want to stop and hit a three-pointer. On the other side, Dundalk wants to slow it down. They play very methodical. Even though Rob Long likes to play man-to-man, he still likes to slow the game down and play in the 60s. Montgomery College averages 80 points a game, and Rob Long's Dundalk Lions average 62. So something's got to give.
Well, we're just about ready to find out whose style of play is going to prevail today. Our tip is just moments away, but first, our national anthem.
Welcome to Women's Classic Basketball Tournament, featuring the second game, Montgomery College Lady Raptors and the Dundalk Community College Lady Lions. May we rise for our national anthem.
And we are just about ready to meet the starters from both teams. And the first, we're going to meet the visitors, the starters for Dundalk.
Number 11, center, 6-foot sophomore, Lindsey Bradford. At guard, number 20, a 5-foot freshman, Keturah Roberts. At another guard, number 23, a 5'4" freshman, Shianta Camphor. At another forward, 6'2" sophomore, number 25, Chelsea Eldridge. And at forward, number 30, Carissa Williams, a 5'8" sophomore.
And Dundalk's head coach is Rob Long. He's in his third year as head coach. His assistants are Jasmine Ward and Monique Bassett. And now let's meet the MC Raptors starters.
Number 1, guard, 5'5", freshman out of Kennedy, Daisha Norn. At guard, sophomore, number 3, Jartu Towe. At guard, another sophomore, 5'8", number 11, Jamila Talley. At forward, 5'10" out of Tacoma Academy, number 24, Capria Redparth. And at forward, 5'9" out of Rockville High School, number 32, Megan Tillman.
And the top assistant for the Raptors is Melissa Weithman, who of course starred here and played for the head coach of the Montgomery College Raptors, Tarla Gasquet. She's in her 7th season, and Coach Gasquet is currently number 1 in career victories for all active NJCAA Division III women's basketball coaches.
She's built one heck of a program so far.
She's got a 108-68 record in 7 years as a head coach here. She's actually in her 7th year as the head coach. All right, Marcus, tip-off is just moments away, so let's take a quick look at some of the keys to today's game.
Sure. Today's keys for the game, we've got 3. First, track meet or 4 corners. Very contrasting offensive styles. MZ wants to get out and transition with Norn and Tillman, and Dundalk plays a very deliberate pace. Number 2, knee to knee. We want to see Shiante Camphor, the defensive stopper for Dundalk, play up against the high-scoring Deshaun Norn. And finally, number 3, Battle of the Bigs. Dundalk's Lindsay Bradford led the nation in block shots last year, and MC's Jocelyn Martin, 6'1" center, has returned from missing the first 8 games to average a double-double this year.
And the both teams are out on the court. We are ready for the tip, and Dundalk is in black. Montgomery College is in the gray and purple. Those are a couple of the new colors that the college has recently introduced. We're going to talk more about that in a little bit. Our officials are Nancy Jackson, Latifa Boyce, and Tasha Drummond. And Dundalk wins the tap.
Michael, we should probably mention that Dundalk's leading scorer, Quay Malloy, is out sick today, and their second leading scorer, Tiffany Evans, is out sick today.
And there's Megan Tillman with an early steal. There's Thalley from 3, off the back of the iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it's going to be Dundalk ball. Yeah, that's a good point, Marcus. They're missing their point guard and leading scorer, Quay Malloy.
In talking to Coach Long, missing their point guard, Quay Malloy, she was fantastic. She's going to play at the next level, and that's really going to hurt them. They're not an incredibly deep team anyway.
There's another steal, that time knocked away by Redparth. Here's Tillman, who has been a revelation as a freshman. There's Redparth off a great pass from Tillman.
Megan Tillman has showed this year that she plays well beyond her freshman year. I don't think she actually has a position out on the floor, because she'll play on the top, she'll play in the paint, and then she'll shoot a 3.
She's got a great stat line. And we'll talk more about that. There's a travel turnover for Dundalk.
It's going to be interesting to see how CCBC plays at the guard today without Malloy, without Evans. Coach Long loves his Carissa Williams. She's a forward. She's a 4.0 student in the classroom, and from what he says, she's a 4.0 student out on here on the court.
And there's a long rebound out to Noren, to Towe. That's Jar Towe. She prefers Jar to Jar 2. There's Thalley. She triple teamed, and Carissa Williams comes up with the loose ball. She knocked it away. Number 23, Shiante Camphor, is bringing the ball up. Now, she's more of a defensive player, but she's got to play point today because of the illness to Malloy.
I'm interested to see
There's a block by Thalley.
How she reacts to Montgomery College's press.
Noren all the way. And Montgomery College up 4-0 here in the early going.
Noren is one heck of an athlete. She took that ball up the court very quickly.
And Montgomery College in a zone at the moment.
In talking to Mel Weithman, the assistant coach, the 1-2-2 is usually what they're going to be in, but they're going to switch up. They're going to match up out on top with the guards. And I'm interested to see how they react to having 2 star players for CCBC off the court today.
There's the block by Thalley. And Noren takes it all the way for the easy 2. Here comes Noren again. We're back to live action. Jartoe to Noren, to Thalley, to Tillman. Good ball movement. There's Noren. Thalley open for 3. No good. Rebound to Tillman. Up. No good. Rebound to Bradford.
Lindsey Bradford is very long. I can see why she averages over 6 blocks a game.
Well, she's 6 feet tall, plus she's got the long arms. There's a shot way off the mark. Redparth goes way up.
Good box out by Redparth. Had perfect position.
That's one of the things that Coach Gasquet has been working on with her team. Nice feed from Towe.
Jar Towe is very, very, very much improved.
And we've got an early timeout on the floor. And since we have a timeout on the floor, this gives us a chance to talk a little more about MC Coach Tarla Gasquet. Actually, let's hear what her players have to say about her, because they're with her just about every day.
What I like best about Coach G is how much she's there for us off the court. You know, she's really cool to hang out, like be around, but we know the difference between Coach G on the court and Coach G off the court.
What I like about Coach G is that she's really nice and she pushes us to work harder.
What I like best about Coach G is she's very feisty.
She's more like, she does more than just coach you. I mean, I go to her office, sometimes just sit in there, just talk to her, so that's kind of nice. She's not just a coach.
Well, she's kind of like a mother, Coach G, and it just kind of like makes it one big family. She's really old school.
Well, Marcus, she's built a special and very successful program here, and the players have really bought into her program.
108 wins in 7 seasons. That's not too hard to sell to a high school. Plus, getting your kids to 4-year schools is what it's all about, and Coach Gasquet is doing that.
Another block by Redparth.
Big block.
Big
Such an
block.
athlete.
And there's a shot off the front of the rim. Redparth with the rebound, and here comes MC to push it. Towe to Norn from 3. That's going to be short, but there's Redparth. She misses the follow. All right, Dundalk is yet to get on the board. Neither team shooting well. And there's Bradford off the back of the rim, no good. Number 12, Princess Weeks puts it up. And we're going to take a look at one of those blocks. Here it comes.
Redparth covered about 10 feet in a matter of a half second, getting out to the baseline to block that shot.
And got way up there, too.
She's probably got a 6'5" wingspan on, what, a 6-foot body?
Yeah.
We're talking to Coach G about that yesterday. She plays bigger than her 6 foot. Plus, she can jump out of the gym, and she runs like a deer because she's, you know, an All-American track athlete.
She and Jamila Thalley were part of that 4x100 team that won the Nationals last year at the NJCAA National Track Meet.
And that's all Coach Long wants to see when he's got a couple of kids out of the starting lineup.
All right, so Dundalk is on the board with a free throw by Princess Weeks. There's Noren, has yet to get going offensively, although she did have the layup off the steal.
She'll keep shooting. We know that.
Oh, yeah. How does a shooter get out of a shooter's slump?
She keeps shooting.
There's Tillman, little short. Redparth with another nice rebound.
She covers so much territory in the paint. That ball was probably 4 feet away from her, and she reached up with the big hand and took it.
I think she likes the TV cameras, too. The last time we did a game a couple of weeks ago, she had a big game.
We better not tell Coach G that she likes the TV cameras.
There's another rebound for Redparth. And here comes Towe. She drives.
Towe likes to take her man off the dribble when she's met at the top by the point guard.
Saved by Tillman, but could not get the ball. Whoa, there's a entry pass that hit the backboard.
One of the things that Long was saying about their point guard, Quay Malloy, who's out today, is that she's an incredible passer. She's having seven assists a game. And to see a play like that with Camphor, who, as he said, is the defensive stopper, she had her guy underneath the basket and just missed her. But she's trying. At least she saw the person ahead of her.
Jocelyn Martin has come in for Montgomery College. Redparth getting a well-deserved break. And Martin, of course, missed the first 8 games of the season. And now she's just now rounding into shape, but she's come back with a bang.
Averaging a double-double. Oh, there's the leading shot blocker in the country from last year, sending it right back to MC.
She averages 6.2 blocks a game, which is really phenomenal.
And
from the corner, no good.
Talk about the length of Redparth. She's so much longer than Redparth.
There's Noren from deep 3, off the back of the iron. Now, one of the things that Coach Gasquet talked to me about was they're trying to, that's going to be a blocking foul on Noren. They're trying to get Noren to not just settle for the 3.
Right.
They'd like her to develop more of a medium-range jumper.
She's got a good handle, too. She can dribble the ball. She can take her guy off the dribble. We've seen that. But she's a good shooter, and she gets hot, and she hits 3-pointers.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to settle her down a little bit. Coach G knows that. Mel Weithman knows that. She's a freshman, too. Her first game of her career in college, she scored 29 points. So she came into college and started scoring points.
She's shooting 40% from 3 for the season and 44 from 2 for the season. There's Bradford, and that is a travel. Saccone is in.
She's a good, very, I guess you would say underrated, because she does little things. Just like that, she caused the travel on some defense. Not big, but she gets rebounds. Averages 7 a game.
She's a smart player, and she's in for Tillman, by the way. There's Towe. Out top. And there's Camphor on her. That's tight defense.
She is relentless on defense.
There's Towe with a putback, and it's in.
That's another improvement in Towe's game, shooting the basketball like that. Such an improvement from last year.
She's one of those sophomores. The core group of sophomores on this Raptors team, Towe, Thalley, Redparth, and Martin. The rest of the squad are freshmen, so it's a young team. And there's a foul.
I think Jocelyn, she kind of bailed out Carissa Williams on that shot.
Yeah.
A little bit excited to get out to close out. Coach G, they lost to Cecil. Coach G still doesn't want to talk about it. She's not happy.
No.
They're up 15 points with 9 minutes left in the game, and they lost. They gave up too many three-pointers, and they weren't closing out on defense. And that's one of the things Coach G said to us yesterday, is that she needed to see more effort. She needed to see them getting out there to block the three-point shot. Jocelyn's probably listening to her.
Oh, Jocelyn listens to Coach G. There's no doubt about that. She calls Coach G her personal therapist. All right, so Carissa Williams makes it a 10-2 game. And Towe being hounded here by Camphor. Boy, we see what long means.
Knee to knee.
That is knee-to-knee defense.
And she likes it, too. She just picked up a foul, but she smiled about it, knowing that she pretty much got up in Jartu's grill, but got called for it.
And they get it in over Shante. There's Saccone.
Nice dish by Jar. Jar saw Saccone sitting there on the block. Nice, about a 5-footer bank shot for Saccone. Good player.
And there's a turnover. And here comes MC pushing it up the floor again. Thalley has yet to score. She drives, puts it up.
Left hand from Jamila Thalley. Takes it all the way across the lane, and I was wondering, is she going to shoot that left-handed? Of course she did.
You wouldn't want to meet a nicer person than Jamila Thalley.
She has that infectious smile when you see her.
She really does. Great athlete.
Mm-hmm.
was on that 4x1. Watch her running the point here. Gets it down to Noren, who's fouled hard. I mean, we're talking about Thally. She has 5.5 assists a game, and she's not the point guard.
She's a person who's going to fill up the stat sheet. 6 rebounds a game. She averages 3 steals a game. So when you in the junior college ranks, when you see girls that are averaging a lot of steals, it's because they're darn good athletes. And Jamila Thally is a big-time athlete.
Of course, Thally was on that 4x1 relay team that won the national championship. She also finished 7th in the country in the javelin.
And she's got a nice outside shot from 3. And you were talking to her earlier this week, and she's got a little bit of a wrist issue, but she has such a nice follow-through on her jump shot. I like to watch that.
Yeah, her shooting form is really pretty. All right, she picked up a foul there. Here's Carissa Williams, who is Rob Long's favorite player. Boy, he just can't talk enough about her. Unfortunately, she missed everything on that shot.
She's averaging 15 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 2 steals, and Rob tells us that she's kind of like the glue on this team.
Poway to Noren. There she goes, down the lane, no good. Martin with a big-time rebound, up and in, and 1.
Jocelyn Martin had perfect position under the basket. She read the shot. The shot was coming off to the weak side. She was parked there on the weak side. Big-time rebound, and the putback, and 1.
Here comes Noren. And while we have this timeout on the floor, Marcus and I, we really should go back and talk about Coach Gasquet and what she's built here at MC. I mean, last year this team was 28-6. They won the regions. They won the district. They went to the nationals. They ended up finishing 4th in the country. And maybe even more impressive is that 5 of the starters from that team, all 5 starters, are now on scholarship at 4-year schools.
You have first-team All-American from last year, Alex Silva. We remember watching Alex. She was awesome. What a competitor. She was a 1,000-point scorer. She's playing at Mount Olive College in North Carolina. Her buddy, another 1,000-point scorer, Portia Davis, is going to be starting at Salem in West Virginia come January. You got Faye Dunstan playing basketball at Cheney State here in Pennsylvania. And then you got you got Sharnae Ryland and Takoya Johnson. They're both running track at the University of the Cumberlands in Kentucky. So getting these girls to 4-year schools, that's a big-time recruiting tool for when Coach G goes and talks to the high schools.
And it's really one of the goals of a community college coach. They really see a big part of their job is to get these players to the next level.
Yes, the junior college should be a springboard, but let's not forget you can come to a junior college and get your associate's degree. Getting your associate's degree, whether you play sports or whether you don't play sports, that's something that they're never going to take away from you. So you get a good education and you get yourself a scholarship to a 4-year school.
All right, here's Martin to shoot the foul shot.
She had a 3-star play right there. She had the rebound, she had the putback, and she had and 1.
And she just missed the foul shot. She's not happy. All right, here's Carissa Williams. They put Carissa Williams on the point now.
Cam 4 was having a little bit of difficulty off the dribble getting in the lane against the MC zone.
Good rebound by Bradford there. Back out to Williams. They'll reset their offense. And shot missed there by Elkridge. Raptors push it. Saccone travel.
Yeah, Saccone got a little bit ahead of herself. She saw an open lane for a layup. Took a step before she put the ball on the floor.
Comfortable lead for Montgomery College. This is not what we expected, but then again, we had no idea that 2 of the better players for Dundalk would be out.
We were expecting a battle of 2 of the better teams, in Maryland JUCO. I mean, Dundalk is 10-2, 6-1 in Maryland JUCO.
And they've beaten quality teams, so it's not like they've had a schedule of patsies. Into Red Park. This is going to be fun to watch, and they're going to call a jump ball. And the arrow is in MC's direction.
Yeah, you could see it in Rob Long's face this morning. He looked a little bit dejected coming down here, losing two of his best players. But hey, you know, these kids aren't going to give up. They're going to play hard.
I thought the arrow was in MC's direction. They started going to the opposite end of the court, but no, it stays here with MC. And Jar Toway will inbound. And there's some kind of a holdup on the floor. I'm not exactly sure what this is about. The officials are conferring.
Even though it's 18-2 right now, 10.5 left in the game, in the first half, and we don't mean to keep belaboring the point that they're missing 2 kids, but they're missing 26 points. And when your team only scores 62 points a game, and you want to, every basket when you score 62 points a game is of the premium. And when you lose 26 points of that 62, that is painful on the court.
And there's a steal by Camphor off the inbound. She gets it ahead, but
that was a good play by the young defensive stopper. She looked ahead. She saw her open man running down the court. Nice pass. A little bit hot, but that's okay.
Elkridge could just not handle it. And we got another stoppage in play. I think we're having clock issues, shot clock issues. I've got it straightened out. Noren will inbound right in front of us. Jason Noren from JFK High School in Silver Spring, General Studies major. Toway guarded by Camphor. Boy, she's on her like, and Toway missed. Redparth with a tough rebound. Redparth working hard under the boards.
Go back to Toway beating Camphor off the dribble. I'm impressed by Toway. I didn't realize that she improved so well with her ball handling. When I saw that she was going to play point for Coach G this year, I was interested to see how she was going to adapt to really running the show. She took one of the better defenders in Maryland JUCO off the dribble, got to the lane, didn't put it down, but you have Capria Redparth there for the rebound.
Well, Coach Gascoigne told me that Jar Toway worked all summer long on her game. She was in the gym on her own, hours upon hours. She worked with the coaches over the summer on her technique, her ball handling, but what she's most impressed about is her leadership role.
Right. Jar is a very calm, even-tempered, when you talk to her, down-to-earth kid. So she's not going to get too excited. She's not going to get ahead of herself out there. And that's something that you need to be the point guard, to be the quote-unquote leader of your team on the offensive side of the ball.
She's also one of the smartest players on the team. Coach Gascoigne calls her the team math whiz. She helps all the younger players with their math homework.
Maybe she can help us. We're communications guys. We don't do math.
That's right. That's why I'm talking for a living right now.
Join the crowd.
And there's Toway with the rebound. Pushes it up the floor. Fally around to Tillman. There's Tillman from 3, a little short. Battle for the rebound. Guess who's got it? Redparth. Redparth having a big rebounding day.
Not only is she long and athletic, but she seems to be in the right place at the right time. I mean, you've seen great rebounders, in the NBA when Charles Barkley was, 6'4", 6'5", but he was always in great position. Dennis Rodman wasn't big, or he was 6'9", but it's something about getting to the floor where you think the ball is going to come off, whether it be on the weak side or whether it be boxing out, putting your butt on, on your defender, and she seems to have that. So you add that to your length and your athleticism.
And she makes both her foul shots, which I know pleases Coach Gascoigne.
If she's going to be doing a lot of dirty work underneath, you're going to have to shoot free throws.
And again, she's really playing out of position, playing down low like that. She is more of a small forward, but she's been forced into it. There's Thally up, off the front of the rim, no good.
Well, if this was practice and Jamila missed the layup, she would be doing about 10 or 15 push-ups. I saw that yesterday. They missed the layup, they were doing push-ups. Hey, they're young, they can do push-ups, right?
Oh yeah, it's good for them.
Of course.
Builds that strong core. Carissa Williams. And right off the hands of Princess Weeks for another turnover by Dundalk. There's Thally, two-point shot, no good. Tillman.
I don't think Jamila called bank on that one, Michael.
There's Thally down the middle, puts it up, blocked by Bradford.
The leading shot blocker in the country stepped in on Jamila.
And there's a miss by Williams.
Nice crossover by Williams.
Good job there by Saccone to save it. Tillman, Thally, Towe from 3, off the iron, no good. Bradford with the rebound.
Toei fouled her shot. She knew that was going to come off long. Good read.
Williams, there's Bradford on the baseline, and she throws it away to Thally. Here comes MC.
That's something Coach Long obviously wants to see is Bradford develop more of an offensive game. Averaging, what, 9 points a game?
Yeah, he's looking for more out of her from the offensive end, that's
9
for sure.
points,
Tillman,
9
no good.
rebounds.
Towe with the rebound up. It was altered by Williams.
But yeah, your starting center, she's obviously athletic. She's averaging 9 boards a game, 6 blocks, but she's only averaging 9 points. So there's some work to do, for young Ms. Bradford.
Rob Long, who does radio work in Baltimore. He's on the Rob and Bob show on 105, The Fan. And there is Katora Roberts and Carissa Williams, who's been forced into duty here as the point guard for Dundalk. Not her normal position. There's Elkridge,
the 6'2".
and they're going to call a blocking foul.
Elkridge is 6'2". She's a big kid, and that's another one a player who Coach Long wants to see develop more. A bit of a project. Probably didn't expect to see a lot of minutes today, but with the 2 players out, these kids, he's going to have to go through his entire bench.
Neither team's shooting well.
No.
Got 7:22 to go in the first half, and it's 21-3. Obviously, a lopsided margin at the moment, but for Montgomery College to only have 21 points at this time is unusual.
Yeah, Dundalk is holding their opponents to 30% shooting. They do play good defense. They do get up in your face. They are running a zone right now, probably because of sheer numbers. You have to run a zone. They're in the 2-3. But you can tell that they preach tough defense in Dundalk.
Oh, it's definitely part of it. And, even though they're not playing their normal man today, they're still playing a very aggressive zone. There's a turnover. Redparth comes up with it, and here comes Montgomery College.
And he plays a lot of kids. He's got 8 players that average over 10 minutes a game, and that's good when you have your bench players getting 10, 12, 13, 14 minutes.
Saccone was fouled in the act of shooting there. Good lead pass, and she just got hacked by Elkridge.
Saccone's another one who plays bigger than she is. She's 5'7", but we were watching in the rebounding drills yesterday, and she's another one who gets good position. She moves around the floor really fluidly. She finds spaces between the defenders and gets to the ball.
She's a freshman, and Walt Whitman High School, general studies major. And she misses both foul shots. There's Redparth, puts it up, no good. Saccone battles, no good. And Dundalk comes out with it. Carissa Williams with the rebound.
Another strong rebound by Redparth, but she wasn't able to put it down.
There's Bradford, nice turnaround.
That was a nice turnaround. That's something that she could probably work on. Settle down a little bit, maybe slow down a little bit. She shoots from a very high point because she's over 6 foot tall and she has long arms.
And Saccone is out, and Jocelyn Martin is back in for Montgomery College. Camp 4. with Noren all over her.
Jocelyn missed a lot of time to begin the season. Once she gets back in the flow of things, this team's going to be really good.
And she just took the ball away there from number 21, Kiara Johnson.
Did they call a jump ball on that?
I don't know what you call that. That's called it's mine.
I think they got her with a jump ball, but I think Jocelyn Martin just got cheated out of a steal on that play.
She just ripped it right out of her hands.
I think the referee thought there was going to be a little bit of a struggle for the ball, but not really.
No. So yeah, Jocelyn missed the first 8 games of the season. It was there was a redshirting issue from when she played for Dundalk. She was at Dundalk. She was recruited by Dundalk. She hurt her knee before she had played any games for Dundalk. That was a couple of years ago. She subsequently transferred to Montgomery College, and they wanted to make sure that she had the eligibility to play this year. The red shirt was approved, and she came back after 8 games.
The NJCAA, there's some very particular rules in that book. Now, sure, the NJCAA rule book isn't as large as the NCAA rule book, but there's some very particular things when you're talking about transferring to and from 2-year schools. You just have to make sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted.
Carissa Williams long on that deep 3. 24-3, Montgomery College in front. There's Martin with a nice little jumper, soft touch, but it was off.
They got Bradford underneath with a push off. She had perfect position for that rebound. She probably didn't need to push off on that play. She'll see that in tape and realize.
And that's going to put Capria Redparth on the line.
If Capri is averaging 9 points and 10 rebounds, if she, again, we're not math majors, so if she gets maybe 15 or 20 today, she's going to be averaging a double-double. It's always nice to go home and tell all your friends you're averaging a double-double.
Shooting 70% from the line, missed that one. And she's not happy when she misses a shot. You can see it in her face. There's Noren all over Camphor.
Yeah, Camphor is back running the point.
Yeah, it's not really working with Carissa Williams there. There's Thally going up strong.
She did. She went right at Camphor. Camphor is only 5'4", and Thally's about 5'7", 5'8". Capria already has 8 rebounds, 6 on the offensive end. I think she'll get to her 10 today.
Oh, yeah. And I think those 6 offensive rebounds, Coach Gasquet loves that.
That's something that they want to work on.
And we're going to take another look. Here comes Talway, communicating all the way up. There's Thally with the aggressive move to the basket. That was that sophomore connection there between Talway and Thally. Get it inbounds to Bradford. There's her turnaround. That time it tickled the net.
Bradford's going to want to take exactly what she just did on that play and continue to do that. Get the ball, turn, square your shoulders, spot up, and you're so much longer than your defender that you can shoot over her.
Nice interior pass to Martin. She missed it. The good entry pass from Thally. 26-5, 4:44 to go in the first half. Montgomery College has led all the way. There's a long one, no good. Saccone with the rebound, great position that time.
Yeah, she boxed out the bigger player in Bradford. Good position.
There's Noren from 3.
That's what she wants to do. That's her shot.
And there's going to be a timeout on the floor. Rob Long calling a timeout after that beautiful 3 from Noren. Perfect form, and it hit nothing but net. And here we're going to get another look at it.
Yeah, she spots up. Nice rotation. She has a bit of a set shot, a little bit of an awkward shot. So if she's going to get to the next level, they might want to get it a little bit more of a jump shot because she's going to have bigger defenders in her face. But, you know, if it's going down, I don't think you're going to change it too much right now.
And she, you know, the other thing I really like about her is she's a solid defender. She's not just an offensive player. She's really tough on the defensive end.
You can tell just by watching her play that she's a good athlete. Not only does she have a good handle and she can hit the three, you know, but she moves well on the court and she's smart. That's why they have her, you know, playing ball hawk in the 1-2-2 here.
There's Williams, no good. Williams has not found her shot yet. Camphor to Williams, another three, no good. Martin with the rebound. There's Martin,
Wow.
no good.
Martin really crashed the board. She fouled her shot. She knew she was going to come off that shot really long, and she followed it up. Good putback by Jocelyn. I think she made up for probably taking a bad shot on the break.
And there's Williams.
Elkridge found Williams cut into the lane. Elkridge, 6'2", probably could have shot the ball herself, but she played a little, gave her friend a bucket.
Sally, Toway. Noren from three again. Nope. But there's Ciccone.
Perfect position. Weak side, nobody boxed her out. Maybe Noren will say that was a pass. Didn't hit the rim.
They were laughing about it as Ciccone went by and gave her a high five. Little teammate fun though. There's Noren. Nice play. And that's going to stay with Montgomery College.
Camphor is not a pure point guard, and an athlete like Norn, say on the replay, can get right up in the passing lane. She's actually, Norn is usually the smallest player on the court, but she's bigger than Camphor. Camphor's shorter than Norn, but she's not a pure point guard, and you can tell, and Norn actually read that pass.
Read it beautifully and made a very athletic steal. There's Toway, 2:46 to go in the half. Camphor all over her.
I can't get over how well she has improved her ball handling, Jartu Toway.
Both hands, I mean, beautiful job. Beautiful job. And here is Jartu at the line. She's a sophomore, and she went to Watkins Mill High School, and she's a math major, wants to be a math teacher. And one of the nicest people you'd ever want to talk to, interview-wise. She's great interview. And there's a shot, no good. There's Elkridge with the putback.
Nice rebound. She's 6'2". She's using her size. That's what you're supposed to do when you're 6'2" post player. And she went, actually, she looks like she went over the back a little bit of Jocelyn without picking up the foul. Good play by Elkridge.
There's Martin back out to Thalley, to Toway. And there's Noren, no good. Martin with another rebound and a putback.
Good putback by Jocelyn Martin. About 5 foot kiss off the glass.
There's a nice little shot there from number 20, Katora Roberts.
She's a good little player. She can handle the ball pretty well. I'm not sure, why Coach Long doesn't have her trying to run the point, but she's got a pretty good handle when she dribbles the ball.
Noren keeps shooting, and she missed it. And there's Roberts again, off the back, no good. Noren with the rebound. Got 1:19 to go in the half. There's Noren, takes Roberts off the dribble, gets it out to Martin, over to Thalley, and they whip it around again. There's Noren, partially blocked that time by Elkridge, and another putback.
Ciccone knows where the ball is going to come off when Noren shoots it. That's 2 in a row where Noren didn't draw any iron, but she was bailed out by her teammate.
There's Roberts again. And she hits from 3.
Maybe that's why she's playing the wing. Maybe that's why Coach Long has her at 2 guard, because she shoots, and she's a good shooter.
37-14.
What do I know? I'm here talking. He's the coach.
30 seconds to go in the half. There's Martin. Nice touch.
Nice touch. You're right, Michael. Perfect touch. That intermediate shot, that's not easy. I mean, a layup or a three-pointer, sometimes they say it's harder to shoot from an intermediate range than it is from 3.
Way off the mark there. Here comes MC. Pushing it to Ciccone. She drives, and she is leveled by Bradford.
Bradford got some body, but she got a heck of a lot of ball.
Noren 1 for 7 from three-point range.
She got a lot of body.
Valley inbounding to Ciccone. Ooh, just missed it. And that is the end of the half. And our score at the end of the half is Montgomery College 39 and CCBC-Dundalk Lions 14. Marcus and I will be right back with our halftime activities after a quick break.
Check out more Montgomery College programming at youtube.com/Montgomery College.
Whether you're a recent high school graduate, career-changing adult, or seeking professional or personal development, Montgomery College has what you're looking for. We offer more than 130 programs of study, as well as workforce development and continuing education to prepare you for a rewarding future. Take advantage of our small class sizes, award-winning faculty, and flexible scheduling. Evening, weekend, and online classes offered. Apply today. Montgomery College, endless possibilities. 240-567-5000.
Like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Montgomery College TV.
And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College, where once again our halftime score, the Montgomery College Raptors 39 and the CCBC-Dundalk Lions 14. And as you've been watching the first half, you've heard Marcus and I talk about the Montgomery College Raptors. We've referenced a new color scheme, and you might be wondering, well, what happened to the Rockville Knights and the Germantown Griffins and the Tacoma Park Silver Spring Falcons? Well, a few months ago, Montgomery College made a decision. They decided to unify the entire college and the athletic program under one common set of colors, one common mascot, one common nickname. And recently I had a chance to talk about all these changes with the new interim athletic director here at Montgomery College, Derek Carter. He joined me on MCTV's new monthly sports show, The Raptor Report. Well, Derek, let's get right to it. In a nutshell, what's the new model for athletics at MC, and what exactly does it mean when we talk about a unified one college approach to athletics?
What a unified one college approach means is that instead of the athletic programs being spread out to 3 campuses, in line with the priorities of the president, we are going to be one college, and the key word is that we are unified. We'll be unified as all of our teams can be under one umbrella. Administratively, we're unified. There are a lot of reports and things that have to be done for the college, and everything can be under one umbrella.
What do you think some of the benefits are of going to this approach? How do you think this is going to help the college and the athletic program?
Well, first of all, I believe pride. Montgomery College as one college, as the Raptors. Over time, there should be an increased level of pride. The teams will be able to not compete against each other under the Montgomery College umbrella, but root for each other under the Montgomery College umbrella. And over time, I believe you'll see the students really believe in the one college, and the athletes can support each other, and just overall it will be a positive thing.
And I think another benefit is that in the past, if you took your classes at Tacoma, you couldn't play, say, for example, women's basketball here on the Rockville campus. That's been eliminated now.
Absolutely, it's been eliminated. And just to tack on to what you said, you can take classes at any campus and still participate. So it's going to eliminate some hassles that people have had in the past, and just overall, it's going to be a positive.
And I think one other real strong point here is that with just one men's basketball team, one women's basketball team, we're going to get the cream of the crop, and hopefully we'll be even more competitive.
The talent levels should increase, absolutely. And our goal is to advance to postseason competition and ultimately national competition. So we're going to have our best athletes competing in each sport.
Okay, so the new unified model's in place, just explained to us by Derek Carter, and it seems like most people like it. But what about the athletes? What do they think? I went out and I sampled their opinion, because who better to ask than the ones who wear the new nickname and colors every day?
I actually like it. It's a lot less confusing than just having, Knights, Falcons, and the Griffins, but I feel like it's more organized this way, and we really feel unified rather than just 3 separate campuses.
I do. I think it's new. It's something new. A new coach, new team. I like it. It's fresh. It's new. It's cool.
Actually, I think it's a great idea. Now we're showing that Raptors is one team that can go far.
I think it's better this way because everybody's together. It's more diverse. There's people from every campus here now, and actually we get more fans this way too.
I think that's a better way, combining everything, in one, and then we're gonna represent, one school as Montgomery College.
I miss being a Knight, I do, but it's good. It gives more opportunities to others and other campuses.
We're one college, not 3 colleges, so it's a change for the better.
I think it's really good, actually, because we are one college. Even though we have separate campuses, we are one college, so I think it's good that we're unified and in one team.
I like it. Love it, actually.
I think it's good. I think, we needed to unite. We needed a little bit of change. I mean, we also got new coaches, new players, and a new title, so change is sometimes good.
Well, Marcus, it seems like the MC athletic community is pretty happy with the new direction.
As you just saw, Sergio said change is sometimes good. Well, he's right. He's right for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is a community, okay? Even though this is a junior college or it's a community college, but there needs to be a sense of pride amongst its students, amongst the student body. I remember a couple of years ago when Davidson Community College came up here to this gym to play Montgomery College in basketball in, I think it was the Final Four. They came here with their faces painted. They came here with their mascots, and they came here with 3 busloads of people. Mind you, this was from North Carolina. So they have a community sense. It was difficult for Montgomery College athletics to get around, the students to get around 3 different teams. Another reason is the marketing aspect of it. Not only from a branding standpoint, which it will be easier, communications people talking here, but for Coach Gasquet, for Coach Pedro on the soccer team, Pedro Braz, to pitch one college, one color, one mascot. There doesn't need to be any more confusion about, well, there's a basketball team up in Germantown, but I want you to play in Rockville on my basketball team. So there's a lot of reasons that we became one college. And of course, probably the underlying theme is the NJCAA restrictions pretty much force the hand of making these decisions, but these decisions probably were in the making anyway.
And that restriction that you're talking about, I know one of the prime ones was that, for example, if you took your classes on the Tacoma Park campus, you could not come to Rockville and play basketball.
That is correct. That is weeding out a talent pool of athletes, because there's kids in Tacoma Park that are playing in Rockville. But if you took your classes in Tacoma Park, you obviously couldn't make the trek up to practice because you weren't allowed. It's still a bit confusing in the sense that we do have 3 campuses, but we're having 3 campuses for academics, but we're going to have one college, for athletics and for our colors and for our mascots.
And for the unity and the message and everything. Now, if you liked what you saw on the Raptor Report, you can watch the rest of that episode on MCTV 10 on the Comcast, Verizon, and RCN cable systems here in Montgomery County. You can also check out the Montgomery College YouTube channel. There you'll find the Raptor Report and a whole lot of other shows. Just go to youtube.com/Montgomery College. And stick right with us, because Marcus and I will be right back with a look back at the first half and the start of the second right after this. And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. Michael Brown alongside my partner, Marcus Rosano. And as you can see, Montgomery College with a comfortable 39-14 lead. Marcus, kind of an uneven first half for Montgomery College despite the 15-point lead.
It's 39-14, but if I have a sense of Coach G, it wasn't 39-14 in the locker room. Let's put it that way. They left a lot of shots out. I think that they started to realize it was 30-10 or 30-8. Coach G has a way of making them remember that there's a big-time team on the schedule tomorrow that you and I saw in Hillsborough Community College. And if they play a little sloppy like they did in this first half against Hillsborough tomorrow, it's going to be a very different story.
Oh, absolutely. They cannot afford to shoot the way they're shooting right now. Their shooting percentage is very low. They haven't shot well from the line either.
They've crashed the boards really well. Sure, CCBC is undermanned, but they still have their two big guys. They got a 6'2" kid, and they have Bradford, who's obviously one of the best shot blockers in the country, but she takes up space down low and she rebounds. So it's not bad that it's 39-14, and they're not playing bad per se. They've been crashing the boards, but there has been some shots that maybe some ill-advised threes. Not that Coach G is going to tell anybody to stop shooting the three, because that is part of their game. But there's going to be some things that they take out of this half, work on in the second half, and then lead us up into tomorrow against the big-time program in Hillsborough.
Oh, don't get me wrong. MC has played. There's been a lot of positives. Rebounding, definitely one of them. Ball handling, steals. They've been ball hawking on the defensive end. But the shooting, I think, is definitely not to Coach G's liking, and maybe the intensity there for a little bit in the first half.
They're only shooting 34% from three as a team, but they really didn't shoot well in the first half. You're right.
Bradford altered Redpar's shot there. So the length of the two bigs from Dundalk is bothering Montgomery College just a little bit.
It is. 6'2" for Elkridge, and Bradford plays a lot bigger than what she is. I think she's listed at 6'1", 6 foot.
Looks taller than that,
yes, she
and
does.
has real long wingspan. And we'll reset the lineups here. There's Thalley with a block and a heads-up play there by number 20, Katora Roberts, to knock the ball off of Thalley. And Dundalk will retain possession. In for Montgomery College, we have Toei, we have Martin, we have Redparth, Thalley, and Noren. And we'll reset, and Noren knocks it out of bounds. And for Dundalk, we have Camphor, we have Williams, we have Elkridge, we have Roberts, and we have Bradford.
The only change to really notice is that Martin is starting for Tillman. We'll talk to Coach G about that after the game. I mean, you're probably just trying to get Martin, back into the swing of things here after missing 8 games.
Well, I'm also wondering if Tillman is 100% today physically. They took her out of the game at one point, and she literally walked outside, and the trainer went out with her. I don't know whether she was overheated or what, but she hasn't been back in the game since. So I'm wondering if she's okay physically.
And it's 41-14. We have a game tomorrow at 1 o'clock against Hillsborough, or 3 o'clock, I should say. No, 1 o'clock tomorrow?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock tomorrow. And there's no reason to run her out there.
41-16, and here comes the Raptors. Toei, Noren. I'm sorry, Thalley inside to Martin, and she draws a foul.
Good defense by Elkridge. That was all ball. Good call by the referee.
With Martin in there now, MC has an inside presence that they were really lacking. Now, granted, Redparth has done a fantastic job. Tillman's done a great job.
Tillman likes to go low, too. You're right.
Saccone.
But it's a different story.
Yeah. Martin is a true post player.
Yes.
She knows the moves, the positions, the strategies.
And as you can see, their first set play really of the half was to get Jocelyn down low on the block to see if she could do some work.
Plus, with those two bigs, if she can get them in foul trouble, With Dundalk having a short bench, that could be a big help. There's Noren off the glass. She has a little sly grin on her face.
Hey, she's a shooter. She's going to tell you she did call glass.
And there was only 1 second on the shot clock when she put it up there.
I would have had more than a wry smile on my face.
And there's Martin with the rebound. Big box out on Bradford. Here comes Thalley pushing it up. Noren. That could get her going, I would think. There's Thalley from 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Redparth knocks it out of bounds.
Good position again by Redparth. Just couldn't bring the rebound in.
And here comes Camphor now running the point. Oh, off the hands of Elkridge to Martin. Here comes Toway.
Camphor looks a little frustrated out there. That's not, I mean, point guard really isn't her position.
Nice drive by Noren.
Great drive by Noren.
Good decision.
She shoots a long 3, so the defense is obviously going to come out and try to get in your face, and she blows by you on the baseline for the layup.
I'd like to see more of that because she definitely has the speed and the ability to do that.
Absolutely. That was textbook. Speaking of textbook, that was a nice three-pointer by Camphor.
46-19. Raptors comfortably in front. Into Redparth. Toway to Martin. Turnaround jumper. No good.
Little quick, little rushed for Jocelyn. She'll slow that down a little bit.
She's still working her way back in. This is, what, her 4th, 5th game since missing the first 8. Thalley has it taken away by Camphor, but Thalley retains possession, doesn't travel, gets it to Martin, spin move, and good.
Wow. That's a big-time spin move in the lane. Foul, high off the glass. That's a big-time shot by Jocelyn Martin.
Nice save by Thalley. That started the whole process. There's Martin. Look at this. Hello.
You can put that on her Division I recruiting tape when she's looking at four-year schools.
Oh, that is for sure. Intense player, loves her coach. Redparth runs it down. There's Noren. Ooh, that would have brought the crowd to their feet.
Redparth, again, came from 15 feet away from the basket to grab that rebound. She makes up so much ground. Not only does she have incredible foot speed as a track athlete, but you put incredible foot speed with her length.
Boy, she's got a stride. It's amazing to watch her run. Love watching her run. Toway inside to Redparth. Reward her, and she puts it in.
Coach G's going to want to see more of that.
She may have called that play to give her a pat on the back there for her hard work.
That's the epitome of a big man shot. You park yourself on the block, get the entry pass, turn around jump shot at that length, and you put it down. Putting it down is the hard part.
And here comes Megan Tillman in for. So Megan must be fine, and Martin gets a well-deserved break after a great 5 minutes of play here in the second half. I don't think she wanted to come out.
You're probably right. She had it going.
But, of course, she's still rounding into shape, and Coach G knows she has to play tomorrow. There's Noren. Toway.
Long still has the team in a 2-3 zone.
There's Tillman. No good. Rebound Bradford. Ooh, a little press there by MC. And they're going to call a foul on Jar Toway.
I wonder if Coach G reminded her girls of the Cecil game. I know the Coach G still doesn't like to talk about that game. It's a sore point. We laughed about it yesterday. But they were up 15 points in the second half. Now, sure, Cecil was full. They had everybody. But MC took the foot off the gas pedal.
That is very true. and I saw the tape of that game, and they did take their foot off the gas pedal. Plus, they missed some key free throws down the stretch, and they didn't defend the three well.
You're right, and quite frankly, Coach G didn't like some of the effort.
Right. There's the entry pass.
She went, the shot before that Capria hit was on the left side of the block. This time she's on the right side of the block, uses glass, great shot. She needs to do more of that.
Great entry pass from Thalley on that as well.
It really looks like Coach G is really trying to concentrate on getting the ball to the bigs. They got the ball down to Jocelyn. They got 2 in a row here with Capri on the block.
Well, as poorly as they shot in the first half, they missed a lot of jumpers. And I have a feeling, like you said, they went into halftime and they changed some things. And one of that is getting the ball inside to the bigs.
I mean, we are no math majors, but the fact is the percentages are better when you're under the basket.
And there's Noren, didn't hit anything that time. She thinks she was fouled. She signaled to Coach G that she was fouled.
Is that signaling to Coach G, don't take me out, Coach?
Ashley Latter in the game now for Montgomery College. She's got quite a story, and hopefully we'll get to that. Here's Tillman leading the break. Great pass to Latter. She missed it. Redparth battling. Look at her battle.
She almost bailed Ashley out on that missed layup.
Ashley kicking herself.
Yes, she is.
There's Williams from way outside. And that's a three-pointer.
That was a three. That one brought rain way downtown.
So Latter in for Thalley.
There's Tillman with the three. Her dad is sitting behind us. Nice guy. We talked to him a few weeks back. I'm sure he's smiling.
And there's Williams again, and she has got her rhythm.
That's 2 in a row from way downtown for Williams.
Well, we mentioned that Ashley Latter is in. Ashley, of course, was the goalkeeper on the women's soccer team, and she missed the first 6-8 games of the season because she suffered 2 concussions during the soccer season.
The defending national champion soccer team.
That's right. So she was playing goalkeeper. She got kneed in the head twice, suffered 2 concussions, and of course you've got to be very careful with concussions.
She does look like the kind of kid that wants to mix it up. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, she's a gutsy girl. A lot of fun to talk to. She's a Wheaton High School grad. And there is a timeout on the floor. And you know, Mr. Rosano, one of the great things about working at MCTV is we get the opportunity to work with many of the students in the television program here at the college. Realistically and literally, we couldn't do a game like today without students serving valuable roles on our crew. And today we have a number of current and former students helping us out. The current students are Dallas Howard. There's Dallas. Hey, Dallas. There's Heather Wellavere. There's Heather. She's on the injured reserve list. She's sick today, but she's here. We've got James McLean. There's Big James. Say hi, James. Don't be shy. And
There's
Mr.
James.
Corey Wallace. Where's Mr. Corey Wallace? And we're going to find Corey for you in a second. And there's Corey. Say hi, Corey. Former student of mine, Corey Wallace. And I tell you what, we really appreciate all their help today.
I didn't even realize that they are all students. They look like professionals to me. Speaking of professionals, I have to give a shout out to our replay guy today because Dan Rankin is a Frostburg State University graduate from the communications department, just like me. Little shout out to Dan and Frostburg State.
And
Thank
what
you.
a fabulous job he's doing on replay. That's Mr. Den Rankin, we like to call him, or Rand Dankin. Or Dan Rankin.
And he's the, if I'm not mistaken, is it Emmy Award winning?
He is the
Dan
Emmy Award
Rankin.
winning Dan Rankin.
From Frostburg State.
From Frostburg State. All right, back to the action. 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Raptors comfortably in front. And Jartu Towe. Noren has taken a seat for I think the first time in the game. There's Ciccone with a great pass from Towe.
Towe saw over the defense, and Ciccone is not really a big player, so for Jartu to see her over the defense was a nice look by the point guard.
Good defense there by Ladder, and she caused that turnover.
It is important for Coach G to get the rest of the kids in the game because, like we talked about, tomorrow is going to be a different story when with Hillsborough.
Yeah, we are going to see a completely different game tomorrow. Here comes Dundalk. 58-25, Montgomery College on top. Cam 4.
Nice little crossover by Cam 4, but she really got caught in no man's land there.
She sure did. There's Towe with a great, ooh. That was a seriously hard foul by Cam 4. Ladder hops right up and goes to the line. Wow, that was some serious contact.
Playing goalie, Ladder is quite used to collisions like that. If you don't think that soccer is a contact sport, especially at the goalie position, you guys should come out and watch them.
And she makes her first foul shot. It's important that Coach Gasquet gets some of these younger players some playing time because it's a long season, and they're playing back-to-back games this weekend, and they need to give the starters a break.
They do have national aspirations, of course.
They sure do, and when you play in the national tournament, you're playing 3-4 days in a row, and also in the regions and in the districts.
Yeah, the tournament format when you get to the playoffs is grueling. But hey, they're 18 and they're 19 years old,
and they're in great shape.
Yes, they are.
There's Ladder from 3, just off the front of the rim, and that's going to be a foul on Ladder. Little too aggressive there.
Coach G is going to pull her aside and say, Ashley, you need to follow your shot.
That and boxing out, I think, are two of the biggest mantras you'll hear from coaches.
It's so fundamental. It's so maybe cliche, box out, box out. Well, there's a reason why, because you have to win games by boxing out.
That is true. That's one of those so-called little things that really are big things.
I like the little battle that's going on, between Cam 4 and Ladder. You have the defensive stopper in Cam 4, not the most gifted offensive player, and Ashley Ladder is a scrapper. She's the goalie of the soccer team. She's going to come out here and she wants to get good minutes in front of Coach G. And these two little 5'3", 5'4" kids are having a nice little battle. They're entertaining me here.
And Ashley's going to sit down, and Dimitra's coming in. Anifmiadis.
Yeah, you can take that name, Michael. Dimitra Anifmiadis.
And she's a freshman out of Bethesda Chevy Chase High School. And here's a major I'm sure you wouldn't have opted for, Marcus. Dimitra is a kinesiology major.
What? Kinesiology.
Do you even know what that is?
No, but Google does. I have an iPhone. I can even talk to my iPhone.
So Dimitra Anifmiadis gets some time. Right now you've got a lineup of Ciccone, Towe, Redparth, Anifmiadis, and Tillman. There's Redparth scrapping, battling, and she's fouled.
Yeah. I think Elkridge thought she got a lot of ball on that shot.
Let's take a look at it. I think she got her on the body.
She did.
Capria Redparth, athlete extraordinaire. One of those outstanding group of sophomores on this MC Raptors team.
They seem to have a good relationship too, and it's probably because Capri is a track star, Jamil is a track star. They actually were sitting, they were on the bench last year, playing a lot, but still as freshmen last year for Coach G's team. It looks like they have a really good rapport.
It's a close team, and it's one of the strengths of this team, according to Gasquet, is their cohesiveness. They're tight.
And they brought in two really good freshmen that are seeing a lot of time, obviously, in Tillman, and Daisha Norn. Daisha Norn, we talked about it before, came out of the blocks and scored 29 points. And Tillman, I talked to Coach Weifman yesterday. I said, did you think that Tillman was going to be this much of a stat filler? She's coming off a knee injury that she had in high school. She tore her ACL. Did you think she was going to be this effective at this level? They knew she was a good player, but they didn't realize that she was going to be this effective and this healthy. So that's a testament to the kid. I mean, she worked hard. You could tell she worked hard. And it sounds like she really loves to play the game.
Well, she loves basketball. And I did not realize that she had had a knee injury. You would not know it. Woo, she takes a hard foul there from Bradford. Oh, they're calling that a charge. Let's take a look at that, Marcus. What do you think? Whoa, I don't think she got there in time.
Wow.
That's a blocking foul in my book.
Wow.
Wow. Carissa Williams gets the ball in the lane. No good. Battle.
Carissa has an awkward jump shot. It has a little bit of the Jamal Wilkes over the head style.
Boy, you're dating yourself there, Marcus.
I won't touch that one other than saying that I used to watch the Lakers when I was young.
Just a little whippersnapper.
Knee high to a grasshopper.
And I believe this is Toway's first break of the game. She's taken a seat on the bench. There's only 8:34 to go. Montgomery College with a comfortable lead.
You're right about Toway really running the show. I'm interested to see if it's going to be Daisha running the point or if it's going to be, Inif Tamiatis.
There's Saccone from three, off the mark, no good.
But Toway can't play, every minute. Oh, she could, but you don't want to grind her down too early in the season. But you're right, she is the floor leader. She keeps things calm. It's 60-31, so there's no reason not to rest her. But I'm interested to see how many minutes that Coach G is going to actually have Toway play when it's 60-60 per se.
There's Noren. And, ooh, in and out. That ball was 3/4 the way in the hoop. Camphor bothered it, and there's a foul on Noren.
Yeah, and Noren's a little frustrated. That was an awkward left-handed shot that I can't believe she even had almost go down. She got a little frustrated coming back.
And there's the foul by Noren. And that was I think you're right, Marcus. I think that was a frustration foul more than anything. And she knew it. There's Williams. And nice entry pass there to Camphor. Got it to go.
Camphor is winded beyond belief.
She is.
She's really dragging out there.
Saccone from three, no good. There's Martin. Get out of my way.
Good sportsmanship by Inif Tamiatis, helping up Camphor.
Martin did not see her. Yeah, she just turned to run up court and wham.
And Martin had a nice bucket underneath and turned around, and Camphor was standing there. Nice sportsmanship by MC.
And there's Elkridge, who's put up some points here in the second half.
Elkridge has a little bit of game, 6'2". She's a big kid. She's got some game.
62-35. Noren.
I thought that was going up, Michael.
Tillman, beautiful. Megan Tillman from Rockville High School.
She likes to step out and shoot that three, but she's a very universal player. I mean, she can go underneath the basket. And I was talking to the coaches yesterday. I don't even know what position she plays. I know she could be a forward. She can bang underneath, and then she can obviously step out on the wing like she just did.
Noren saves it.
Oh, wow. Tillman is really feeling it from three. Another three from the wing for Megan Tillman.
And we've got a timeout on the floor. And while we've got a pause in the action, we want to make sure everyone knows that this game and a whole lot more is also available for viewing anytime you want on the Montgomery College YouTube channel. Just visit youtube.com/Montgomery College, and there you'll find links to this game, plus past soccer, volleyball, baseball, and other basketball games. And you'll also find links to hundreds of other MCTV programs. Once again, that's youtube.com/Montgomery College. 24 hours a day, Marcus, any day of the week, you can go check out Montgomery College on YouTube.
Check it out, montgomerycollege.edu. You kind of just pan down to the right, and you'll see all kinds of bells and whistles that'll lead us to not only the YouTube channel. We have a Flickr page that you can find that has all kinds of awesome photos. Just go to montgomerycollege.edu if you want to learn anything about us, including Montgomery College Television.
All right, we've got 5:54 to go in the game. Dundalk getting ready to inbound the ball.
Michael, I'm looking around to see if I could find the Hillsborough team to see if they're scouting.
They were on the other side earlier.
Because that's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, they must have gone back to the hotel. There's Noren, and she's fouled hard by number 20, Katora Roberts.
If they were scouting and they just saw, the first, or literally the last 5 minutes, they would have seen Megan Tillman hit threes. They would have seen, Daisha Noren stepping in lanes, Jamila Talley being an athlete. But at the same time, if they were watching as soon as we came out of the halftime break, they saw Capria Redpath back down on the block. They saw Jocelyn Martin back down on the block and score inside. So there's an inside, there's an outside.
No, they were definitely here. They were sitting over behind the Dundalk bench for the first half. I believe they left at halftime.
If MC can hit their three-pointers or any of their perimeter shots, that is just going to, obviously the ball's going to go in the bucket, but it's going to bode well for the big kids.
Oh, there's Thalley with another steal. Boy, talk about getting in the passing lane. She deserves that one. Take it all the way.
And that's one for the Jamila Talley tape. Athletic steal, and then she beats everybody down the court because she's just faster.
Yeah. And there's a shot, no good. Martin with the rebound.
Nice move by Elkridge in the lane.
I'd say she's improved as this game has gone on.
I agree.
There's Thalley now running the point. Looks like Toei may be done for the day with just 4:48 to go on the clock. There's Saccone.
Nice play. Saccone flashed right down the lane in between the defenders.
There's Williams off the front of the iron, no good. And there's a foul on the floor. And that'll put Dundalk on the line, foul on Tillman.
Coach Long gave Camp 4 a break. I was feeling for the kid. She was busting her butt out there on defense, and they're down 74-35. But she's taking a break now.
And playing defense you got to have the will. You got to have the will, you got to have the stamina, and she obviously has the will.
When you have 26 points that's off the team, before those kids weren't here, or were on the team, she had one job, and that was to stop the other team's best perimeter guard. But today she was asked to bring the ball up, to be the point guard, and of course to come out and get in, in Daisha Norn's face, and that's not easy.
No, that's a tough assignment, and you got to think this would be a different ball game had those two players been here. Not saying that MC would not still be winning, but I think we'd have a much closer contest.
I also think that the Raptors' intensity would probably have been higher at the same time, that they would probably have played up to the level. Not that they're not playing up to the level now, but there's been some lapses.
Absolutely, their intensity would be higher. And, we know that they lost some focus there in the first half, and there was a little portion here of the second half where I feel that the same thing happened. But when you're winning by 25, it is tough to stay intense and focused.
It's not easy.
And there's a good shot of Daisha Noren by Corey Wallace. There's Martin off the no good, and a battle for the ball. Dundalk with the ball. Here's Carissa Williams. Elkridge. Off the iron. Here comes Ciccone with the rebound, taking it all the way. They gave it to her. She took it.
With the left hand, Ciccone.
Left hand all the way down the court.
The 5'7" freshman from Walt Whitman has really played a solid game today.
And she's had her share of points. There's Martin with the rebound.
Especially coming off the bench, too.
She's given them a lot today.
Yes, she has.
Oh, Megan missed that one on a nice feed from Ciccone. It was a little too far into the basket, I think.
Yeah, not sure if Megan knew exactly where she was.
And Tillman almost threw it away, but there's Ciccone again. Nice feed to Noren. She was fouled, but apparently the whistles have been swallowed.
Yeah, the whistles will go in the pocket when it's a 76-38 game.
And Tillman is taking a break. Redparth is back in. So you got Toway, Ciccone, Redparth, Martin, and Fally. There's Martin, no good, and she's going to go to the line. 2:18 to go. Montgomery College with I think it's fair to call a sizable lead.
Jocelyn had nice position, and it was a nice entry pass, too. She got bailed out a little bit on the foul because I think she might have missed the layup regardless of the foul, but she needs to hit her free throws, though. That's another thing that Coach G, has to be concerned with.
Elkridge coming out of the game. Is she hurt? She's holding her head. I think she's just upset. And she did foul out. So that's why she's so upset. We just got that word from our statistician.
Jocelyn is clearly not happy at the line. She's going to get fouled. She's a big kid. She's going to be on the block. She's going to have her opportunities under the basket. There it is. And she's got a nice stroke.
Very nice shooting touch. And she's hitting almost 70% of her foul shots. And again, she's still coming back into shape.
Right. She really does have a nice follow through on her foul shots.
Dundalk inbounding.
MC's at their current average of points per game.
Yep, they've crested their average. They were averaging 76, a shade over 76. They're at 77 now. There's Williams from way outside, and she's got three.
Wow. That was about a 25-footer.
And you're right, she does have a unique shooting form.
It's very awkward.
There's Martin from the elbow, and she hustles down the rebound, drives, spins, puts it up, and good.
She was not going to be denied on that rebound, that drive all the way across the lane. She went to her power hand, her right hand, split the defenders, and went up.
And keep in mind, she's playing in front of her former coach, Rob Long. So she's got a little something she wants to show him, I think. And Toway is back in. And there's Martin again.
Nice touch off the glass. Little 12-footer. When you find those little zones, you know, inside a zone defense, you need to hit those 12-footers, and she did.
She's shown us a lot here, and she's just getting better and better with every game. Got 19 seconds to go in the game. Montgomery College just tossing it around. And there's Redpath, no good. And we are just about over here. And we got 1.1 seconds to go in the game. And that is the end of our game. Our final score, Montgomery College 81 and Dundalk 45. Okay, Marcus, it's that time. Game's over. I know it was a rough kind of game to have a player of the game, but we really do need to make this choice. It's all up to you, buddy. Who gets the nod?
My decision, really. I think we're going to go with Jocelyn Martin. She, as the game went on, got better, and that's great to see from a kid who missed the first 8 games, and she's probably not even, you know, in great shape yet to be, you know, to be running up and down the court at this time, but she really improved over the course of the game. She found her positions on the block, and she hit her short jump shots, and she rebounded the heck out of the ball.
She sure did. And keep in mind, she did not start. She came in with about 5 or 10 minutes off the clock in the first half, and played a good bit of the second half, but really turned in a great performance, gave them a lot of offense, like you said, from inside, outside, and the rebounding and the intensity. I think that was another thing that she brought to this game was intensity.
When she looks like she wants to go to the basket, take the ball up strong, there's not many players out here that is going to stop her from taking the ball up strong. She hits her free throws, she's going to get fouled. I mean, you know, the sky's the limit for Jocelyn.
Well, congratulations again to Jocelyn Martin, our player of the game. Once again, our final score from the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. Montgomery College Raptors 81, the CCBC-Dundalk Lions 45. And Marcus and I will be right back with a wrap-up and some more post-game activities after this quick break. And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College, where once again our final score, the Montgomery College Raptors 81, the CCBC-Dundalk Lions 45. And Marcus and I are pleased to welcome in the winning head coach of the Montgomery College Raptors, Tarla Gasquet. Coach,
thank you.
Congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
Coach, it was 39-14 at halftime. Obviously, Dundalk, Rob Long's team was undermanned. What do you tell the kids at halftime? Were you happy for 39-14 at halftime? I guess that's my official question.
39-14 was fine. However, we set goals before each game, and our goal was to at least have a minimum of 45 points per half.
At halftime,
at
okay.
At halftime. But that was still fine. Basically, we need to work on defense. And so every game, regardless of what the score is, our focus has to be defense. Because we know we're going to meet better and better teams. I expect tomorrow's team to be probably much more competitive, and we need to be prepared. So second half, okay, we're working on preparing for tomorrow's game.
Now, one thing we noticed at the beginning of the second half, was there a conscious effort made? Did you talk about getting the ball inside? Because Capria got a few great entry passes for down low on the block, and then when Jocelyn came in, she got more of the same. Was that part of the strategy at halftime?
That was
and you started Jocelyn in the second half.
Yes. Well, we started her because, first of all, CCBC had a big lineup in there, and we needed to match that. Wanted to make sure I knew number 11 leads in blocks, and we knew also that number 30 was going to be taking a lot of jump shots. So just trying to make sure that we had enough in there to rebound, and then focusing on working on our post game. The girls have to learn to be able to give it in and relocate to get it for an easy three. If we feed it in, then the defense is going to collapse, which leaves the three open.
Was part of that strategy because the outside shots weren't falling?
Correct.
When do you, Coach, when do you tell the kids to stop shooting the threes, or do you tell the kids to stop shooting the threes?
Well, when you got such a wide margin, at that point, we're really just playing. So I'm not telling them to stop much of anything. When we're in a more competitive game, I really don't want as many threes as they put up. It's, because at that point, you're trying to focus on getting a higher percentage shot.
Right. And it looks like you did with getting Capria open down low and obviously backing up Jocelyn on the block.
Yeah, I really wanted to see those two play together. I've been waiting for a while for that.
Yeah, that was great to see, and I know that's something you've been pointing towards all season, because up until just a handful of games ago, it was Capria was your inside presence. Now you got sort of the Twin Towers down there.
Yes.
So that's great to see. It's fun to watch. How about we got some extended playing time for Saccone today? I thought she gave you a lot off the boards as well as in the point column.
Correct. Angelica, I call my cleanup person. She's a very smart player.
She does some dirty work.
Yeah, she does. She knows how to be there to clean up. She knows how to just position herself to get that wide open. She watches the defense, and if they're sloughing off, she knows how to get to the open spot and call for the ball. So she is a great addition to the team. Yeah,
she seems to be very smart out there, really sees the court. Marcus pointed out that she seems to kind of know if Noren's shooting, where that ball is going to fall if it doesn't go in the hoop.
Right, yeah. I mean, we worked a lot. In fact, our last few practices have been focusing on boxing out. So we've been doing special drills for boxing out and making sure that you understand where the ball's going to go when it's either a long or a short shot from the left or the right, to know where you need to go. And Angelica seems to have picked it up pretty well.
And Daisha had a couple of passes or air balls to Angelica.
Right.
I'm not sure Daisha is going to tell us that those were shots.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to stop by and visit with us. We really appreciate it. I know you need to go get with your team because you got another big game tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's correct.
So thanks again very much for stopping by and helping us understand what we saw today.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, take care, and good luck the rest of the season, and especially tomorrow.
Thank you.
And once again, from the Rockville campus of Montgomery College, our final score, the Montgomery College Raptors 81 and the CCBC-Dundalk Lions 45. And for Marcus Rosano and all the hardworking people on the MCTV crew, we hoped you enjoyed today's game, and thanks so much for watching, everybody.